Hi guys, I'm back. I wanted to mention, in the last reading we started off with a card called the Creator, and it talked about working with whatever materials are at hand to create an idea of the ineffable. To start cutting a path, even if you don't know where you're going, being guided intuitively because you set your intention toward opening to truth and spirit and light. And that's an ongoing process, but it's co-creation. You're creating with there was a sentence in that, it was an archetype card of the Creator. It said, for the Creator, they're in the constant presence of and co-creation with that ineffable thing is always with them, is always with us, and that it's ongoing. It's not like you get there and you're, that's for later. That's for a different kind of, once we've crossed over perhaps. But as long as we're here, we're in a space-time kind of thingy. It's ongoing. As long as we live, kind of thing. And this was the quote I found, which seemed to go so well with it. It's Henry Miller, writer. It says, "I'm content to live in the mystery, to be surrounded by the unknown. I am content to be a seeker, a pilgrim, a traveler on the road to nowhere." So that's a place to begin. So let's just see what we got. Cross watchers, roles can be reversed, timelines can be jumped, or retrograde. Neptune's going into retrograde. What that means, I don't really know, except that Neptune is a far out planet. It's far away, so it indicates a long cycle and revisiting something that may have taken root years ago. And co-creation, usually when I do a private reading, I kind of try to emphasize that with the person I'm reading for, that they are an active participant in this. The energy they bring to the reading, it's a co-creation between me and the person and, the higher power that has the overview of the whole situation. So we're in this together, essentially, for the long haul. We have, I don't have my glasses on again, Knight of Wands. This can be spinning your wheels because this is an impulsive night. It is the kind of creative impulse, but it can be in that early sort of immature stage. It's a card of searching, that ongoing search. But I think you're anxious to get on with it, this co-creation business. You may have been working alone for a long time. Seven of Wands, bottom of the deck. On the floor, Two of Pentacles. So there's a choice involved. You're weighing something up. Which is the most likely to be an authentic place, an authentic person, an authentic choice to begin something that can be nurtured. It's not Knight of Wands energy. This is a grounded, like, in order to figure out where to go, in order to sort of find direction for this Knight of Wands, where is it, there needs to be a grounding, earth energy. Wand energy is about creativity and direction. This is about stability and making a choice from a stable place. And again, it's ongoing. See how there's this infinity loop? I think you're connected to somebody. You know, you're in an energetic exchange with someone. And bottom of the deck, we have Seven of Wands. And it may be something where you're pushed to make that change. You may feel like you're backed into a corner. You may feel defensive. Or they may. But it's like it may be that there's somebody once said to me, a decision might be arbitrary, but necessary. And I still am kind of trying to unpack that, but that's what this looks like in a way. This decision and the need to ground yourself may be arbitrary, you know, may be a creative force that hasn't found that's spinning its wheels a bit. And maybe because there's this defensive energy. But I think circumstance is pushing you or somebody else, possibly a fire sign, into a get grounded and make a choice. Sort of feeling backed into a corner, which might account for, you know, the spinning of the wheels when you're ready to go, but you feel pushed somehow, or they do. Somebody may be resisting this idea of co-creation. Tell me about the Seven of Wands, please. That defensiveness, that... Okay. Okay. Interesting. Five of Pentacles. This is a card of being in separation, of being left behind, of feeling abandoned, of feeling unchosen. Pardon me, I have to wipe my nose a little bit. And again, that wand energy, going in a new direction, moving away from this feeling of lack. Five of Pentacles. And striking out by yourself. Somebody is, perhaps this fire sign. Like, they've been scattered, they're now grounded, they've made a choice, maybe because they had to, Seven of Wands. But whatever it is, it's movement away from this lack. It's not choosing, it's getting grounded. So you don't choose whatever's put you out in the cold. You don't choose to stay there. You're moving on, Page of Wands. in this pilgrim mentality of the quote we read at the beginning. I'm content to, what was it? I just think it's such a great quote. I'm content to live in the mystery, to be surrounded by the unknown. I'm content to be a seeker, a pilgrim, a traveler on the road to nowhere. And see, it's like El Camino. Willing to make the journey, willing to start fresh. And the first major arcana on the board is Lovers. You know, that connection that is like no other. Although we don't only have one, but it's when you get in a connection that resonates like that. It's unique, it's a match. And you may not be alike, you know, you may be very different, but somehow, oh, that was the other thing I had written down, the idea of being compatible or incompatible. You know, calm, like communal, all those calm words that mean together. This is a compatibility. Moving toward a compatible, not a mesh, but a balanced, harmonious coupling up with somebody. It's certainly not this. This is what you're moving away from. You're finding that pathway toward, you know, the Lovers, Gemini, the twin. Although twin, but you're not identical twins. Tell me about this Five of Pentacles, this sort of orphan card. Being locked out of something. A baby on your back. Is it a baby? I believe so. But it looks like a young person with a baby on their back. Nobody who should be shut out. So you're moving away from that. King of Swords. Could be an air sign. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Could be you. Could be an air sign. Or you could have been abandoned or felt abandoned by an air sign. Who was cold. Who was armored. Who had allegiance to something else, the samurai, a code of honor. That may have been more important than... It can be a card of clarity, so maybe I'm... If it's a card of clarity, you know what direction to head in now. Like, I'm clear, I have a perspective, I've been shown my own truth. Nobody leaves me out in the cold. Not for long. Although Five of Pentacles, you might have been out there for a long time. But here you are. Where's the road? To nowhere. And I think I interpret that as saying kind of like not knowing where the road leads. You won't know the somewhere until you get there. And that's it. You don't know. Moon card can speak to you're in a murky landscape. And I think Neptune in retrograde is murky. It's sort of a dreamscape. So, yeah, you're striking out Page of Wands into a terrain where you don't know. So it might have the feeling of a road that leads nowhere. but it's an opportunity to find your truth. That same energy is the King of Swords. It's being made available to you or to this air sign, how to begin, how to think about how to begin. And it's kind of a true north. You know, it's kind of that compass pull. If you've ever felt that, like, I don't really know where it's the compass is sort of going like this. Where do I go? And as it settles, you get a sense of direction, as does Page of Wands. Page of Wands is the new sense of direction, heading into this sort of murky terrain. But you get a sense of direction in sword energy about lovers, which is a card of Gemini, also sword energy. I mean, air energy. It's to do with communication, clear thinking about a relationship, letting the needle point, allowing for the time when the needle on the compass is going like this. And it's kind of like when it settles, you'll be able to begin this journey into the unknown. And it may be Nine of Wands, a lot of fire energy in this, like you're the wounded warrior. You're willing to keep trying. Wands speak to direction. This is somebody who's been through it, who has tried again and again, and is still willing to try yet again to hang in there and get sort of refreshed. Page of Wands with the new direction, waiting for the compass needle to settle. And I think it will involve also some healing if you're the wounded warrior. Tell us about this Knight of Wands, this sort of wanting to go, raring to go, spinning your wheels. And I don't think it's in the sense of like wasting time. I think it's that attempt to get traction. Tell us about the Knight of Wands. Is that an attempt to get traction? And in terms of compatible, incompatible, lovers is compatible. Two of them. Knight of Swords, a message coming in, something being revealed. See, he's got a mask on. But it's like a truth that may have been hidden, being revealed. It's a questing energy, in a search for answers. Eight of Wands. Communication back and forth on Two of Pentacles, Two of Coins. It's like a consensus through this dialogue. It's a mutual decision. Where do we go? Let's talk about it. Because in terms of where we want to go, our creative impulse, we're on the same page. Okay. And on Seven of Wands, we have Temperance. It's a kind of I realized the other day, this is sort of a Two of Cups energy because Temperance blends the two cups. It's a card of divine timing and patience because it's not accomplished yet. It's still like being sorted out. Card of Sagittarius. Again, fire energy all over this read. Which means coming back to life. Could be a fire sign. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. We have Sag on the board. And just a ton of fire sign. Knight of Wands. Seven of Wands, Nine of Wands, Page of Wands. Sag, called in this deck the Alchemist. I'm suddenly so hungry. And maybe that has something to do with it. It's like this yearning to go. Yearning to go, yearning to get into the flow. Okay. Knight of Cups. This can be a love offer, somebody coming in on a wave of emotion to share something. Okay. Queen of Swords. A match on the board, King, Queen of Swords. She's discerning. You know, she doesn't, like the Knight of Wands, go in any old direction. She looks at it. You know, and it can even be like and the way it appears on the board. Here comes this love offer. Queen of Swords would meet the person at the door and kind of, almost like the bouncer. You know, do I believe you? Is this the truth? Is this a real offer? Is this legit? Because if it's not, I'll call it. I'll call the code. It appears to be Knight of Pentacles, or she's questioning, is this a sincere, grounded offer? Are you for real? Can you go the distance? Over time, the Elephant, it's not fast, but it's steady and it's strong. That's what Queen of Swords wants. Can you go the distance? There are two more. Okay. And it's reaching a crossroads point. Two of Swords. A decision that needs to be made about which way to go. Yes or no, on or off. And there's been a time of just like being unclear, being blindfolded. And I always get the image of somebody like play fighting, or when you're blind, a piñata, sort of like she looks like she's whacking away. And up here, it almost looks like an eclipse. You know, the sun is sort of eclipsed by the moon. That unknowing, this whacking away. Like you know something, there's a value, and you're trying to crack it open, but you can't quite see it. Nine of Pentacles. I don't think this whacking in the dark is you, because you are coming across as a Nine of Pentacles, a card of Virgo, somebody who is grounded and knows who they are. And almost is bemused. She's got this expression of sort of like, you know, here I am, you're whacking away at some piñata. I'm the real McCoy. I am abundant. I am full of life. I am grounded. Yeah, Magician. Is both those energies, earth and air. Both the King of Swords energy and this Nine of Coins energy. Nine of Coins is a single person. This is how to manifest. How to bring it through. And I don't think we usually manifest when we're in the whack the piñata energy. You know, that's a bit like a Knight of Wands spinning the wheels at a crossroads, not knowing, and just sort of blindly, that is distinctly not what this person would do. Somebody may be trying to manifest that kind of stability in their life, to be independent, to know their own worth, choosing themselves. Because Nine of Coins is a card, usually nines speak to self, and Nine of Coins is like the individual that is self-sufficient. Tell me about this Two of Swords again. Might be somebody who's choosing to remain single, but wanting to manifest okay. I mean, somebody who's done the work in Pentacles energy, who's like created their own stability, that allows for this Nine of Pentacles self-sufficiency. You know, this is somebody who's abundant. And maybe because you've chosen yourself. Six of Pentacles. So much earth energy in this. This is like nurturing. But you notice she has twins. She's nursing twins. Where did we see the card of twins? I know it was here. Here we go. It was hiding under Ace of Swords. So there may be an element of that, of not quite seeing it yet. But there's a nurturing energy to both people. Whatever this relationship is, both twins are fed. Both twins get their fair share. And along with that, sorry, I'm just, because I'll lose track otherwise. We have, okay, that just popped. I didn't see it. Four of Wands. So we have Eight of Pentacles, that doing the work of getting stable. Four of Wands. Also a card of stability. Four speak to stability. In this fire energy coming together to the meeting place, because one or both of you have done the work. You've manifested this. Each of you, individually, Nine of Pentacles. And that's how you get there. You know, if one or the other or both are in a place of neediness, you know, total confusion, whacking at the piñata, that doesn't work. If both parties have done the work, this balanced coming together energy is possible. Again, in Wands energy, which we've just seen fire energy all over this, which is about life force, creativity, direction. You're going to find your way, it seems to me, toward somebody. And here's Queen of Wands. Somebody who intuitively knows how to get there to this Four of Wands energy, because they're true to themselves, they know who they are, they have a sense of purpose and direction in their own lives. Fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. Could be Sag is on the board. So far on the board, we have Cancer, this sort of dreamy realm that you're traveling into. Page of Wands, having found a direction. I mean, man, have we got this again and again, this message of finding the path? On the basis of your intuition, your creative impulse. But it's not this, This is a kind of whacking away at the piñata in your brain, in your air energy. But you're grounding that. That's what you're bringing through. Magician, a card of Gemini, Virgo. You're kind of balancing how you conceive of things, how you speak, and so forth, is in accord, is compatible with who you are. You know, it's being aligned in that way, knowing who you are, so you know how to be in the world. 9 of Pentacles. Pentacles are in the world energy. Sword energy is a bit up in the head. Not that that's, I mean, you've got to have that balance, and that's what Magician speaks to. It's being able to conceive it and then bring it through into your life. Magician. And Chariot, and that's the end. Babies, on the note of like positive, fast, forward movement of the journey of your psyche, both of you coming into alignment with each other and with your sense of where you want to go. You know, on the deepest level, taking the lead, letting your Cups energy, this is a card of Cancer, letting your idea of what is true connection and alignment, letting that be the compass. You know, it's like you're both going in the same direction on the basis of the same truth to get to this partnership. That's compatibility. That's compatibility. You're headed there. Both of you. You've both done the work. Both of you have found a truth, have found a direction, have found that the compass is finally settled because your emotions, within and without, are in alignment. You're pulling in the same direction. Compatibility. So we have on the board Sagittarius, that fire energy, in balance. Again, there's that card of balance. And divine timing. And it suggests here the time is now. You know, the needle has finally stopped waffling. There's a magnetic pull. We have Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo, Gemini, Cancer. Card of, this is a very balanced. We have fire, earth, air, and Cups energy, water. So this is Cancer. This is Pisces. And it's sort of getting aligned in your feelings, Cancer, to move through this kind of murky place, the dreamscape, the unknown, going into the unknown. But both of you together aligned and pulled by, you know, your idea of where you're supposed to be, by this truth you've discovered in your deep feelings, your willingness to go there. And it seems to be pointing toward a relationship where you're in accord with somebody. You're compatible. Because you're both strong and independent. 9 of Pentacles. That's what you've manifested. You've gotten grounded. And I'm sorry, I keep forgetting to name all those, so I may be missing some. But there's heavy air energy here. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. We have Gemini on the board. And we have Gemini again in the Magician. Also Virgo. And right next to it is a card of Virgo. Minor Arcana. This is somebody who shows up in life true to themselves, trustworthy, authentic. Cancer, Pisces, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius. It's really positive energy because there's a lot of forward movement and communication. If things were stuck, if there was this piñata kind of flailing energy, this will be worked out through dialogue, like an agreed upon direction that leads to this. Agreed upon direction. And it's not like you're identical twins. Remember, there was that room for being authentically yourself. So this isn't a connection that you disappear into. Quite the contrary. It's a connection that affirms who you are, who you both are, genuinely. And isn't that what we're after? That's what we're after. Yeah, I think that's it. Part of me wants to get more of the story, but I think, as we said in the beginning, it's ongoing. That journey is ongoing. That sense of balance, and is it divine timing? You know, has the alchemical mix been completed? It's ongoing. Thankfully, you know, because the alternative is sort of to be fixed and stuck. That's not what this is about. This is being unstuck and willing to be on that pilgrim's journey, the original quote we started out with, where you're okay with the mystery. That's that Piscean card, that moon card, and I have such a big splat on the board, I'm not sure I can find it. That card of Pisces, there we go. Going through it on that deep level of the psyche into a connection, into compatibility. And now I'm spinning my wheels. I'm going round and round. The message is pretty clear. And I trust you guys to get it. And I'm beginning to trust myself too. Amen. Oh, I guess I can stop it from here. Till next time, look forward to seeing you again. Glad to be back. Feeling much better. After a really crazy bout yesterday, it was just like nuts. But things are starting to settle down for me. The compass needle. Boop. I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Please like, share, subscribe. It helps grow the channel. It helps us grow.